Right, so I can't actually say I know what I'm doing here, but I've got a little bit of time. I've got this little oak tree which has been growing in the background, minding its own business, and I'm wondering if I can turn it into a bonsai. So I'm going to play around with that, see how I get on. A friend did ask me why would I do that to a tree. It's quite a good question. It's a little bit selfish stopping a tree from being its full potential, but I'm just going to give it a go regardless. I will talk to the tree every day. It's quite nice. There's actually a little cocoon here, so I'm not going to prune it today. I'm just going to repot it and plant it. Got some wire turning up tomorrow, and some proper pruners and some wire turning up tomorrow, and I will mess around with it then. But for today, I'm gonna repot it, basically. Long story short. So I'll be snipping back a little bed of soil in the bottom, just for something for it to bed into. But you want the roots as close to the bottom as possible. This is what I've just seen anyway. Pretending like I know what I'm on about. I think it's quite a good specimen in its own right. So just breaking down the old soil. Just to expose the roots as much as possible, because we want to be able to separate the roots a little bit and then just trim them by half. That prevents the full growth coming into play. The stem going down, it's actually a lot deeper than what I was expecting. This bit's a lot longer. I don't know if that's a problem or not. Honestly don't know. Can't decide if this is two trees next to each other or this is one just forked. The hardest bit of this is going to be tending to it every day, because I'm not very good at that kind of stuff. But maybe this will give me a chance to be. A little bit more dedicated. Okay. So I'm not pruning it today. I just want to get it planted, repotted, and trim back the roots. You can, the little bit of research that I've done, you can prune and sculpt them as you go on, so you don't necessarily have to cut the big branches off straight away. But these, I think this is a really good specimen. It's got two good trunks, and these are still quite, see, I can bend these and shape these however I want. I'll probably take these big one off. I'll make it up as I go, and I can bore you with it as I do. Right. cutting the roots back by half. That is what is recommended. From what I've seen, it's quite brutal, to be fair. I had a conversation with my son earlier. We know that trees and everything talk to each other underground, and we know that the root systems communicate, and you know, if a tree is sick or injured, then other trees around it send it nutrients and goodness and hydration and stuff. It's like, is it too far beyond the realms of possibility that they actually feel pain or understand the pain? Now I just sound like a butcher saying that while cutting roots off a tree. And they may not feel it like that we feel it, but I'm sure they understand the concept of that. Which is a shame when you're cutting roots off a tree. Oh man, I feel bad now. Sorry, little tree. I do appreciate this. Typical human, eh? Typical human. Let's see how we get on then. I just say something about. That's really. I wasn't expecting that. I was expecting a little bit finer roots down through the bottom. I wasn't expecting such a thick like that. Right, good couple of inches there. It's quite thick, dense root system, like almost as thick as the branch here, to the trunk. Okay. So it's actually a 4-part soil here. We've got pine bark, and vermiculture, horticultural sand, and horticultural grit. So lots of different, so it gives the roots room to breathe, to feed, nice and oxygenated. Boom. I'm actually liking the look of that already, to be honest with you. Funny creatures, us humans, aren't we? Funny creatures. See, it's this, like, it probably wouldn't keep this long one here. Probably keep this little one, keep this little one, keep this little one here, cut that off, and then allow this to grow and bush out. And I'm not sure about that one there. But I'll have a think about that, and then wire it to reshape it any way you want, really. So it's a little bit repotted. Again, I've got the snips and the wire turning up tomorrow. I'm not going to use these savage tools. Pretty sure I got a bit of moss somewhere, so I'll be back. Some moss I prepared earlier, as you do. So let's get some water on it first. Somebody's probably going to go, you've done that wrong already. Hey ho. Hey ho. If you don't fail, it means you've never tried. Hey. Tickety boo. Let's see how we get on with that. Ooh. Bit of a misting there, bit of a misting. I'll chop it back tomorrow, maybe Saturday. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for taking just a few moments just to have a little look in and see what I'm up to. Your support's always appreciated. If you like what you see, if you're interested in just following along little journeys throughout, you know, click on the subscribe button. Don't forget to click on the bell. Just get notifications for new videos coming up. Some will be simple short ones, some will be little hobby projects, some will be, you know, other stuff to do with the van, maybe a bit of foraging, preparing juices, tinctures, jams, maybe all sorts, a little bit of everything, maybe a little bit of survival like bushcraft, but again, I'm learning as I'm going, so you can join on the journey, we can learn together. But yeah, thanks for watching anyway. Hope you enjoy. See you in a bit.